Thank you, Ivan and Anna. Good evening and welcome to WA Tonight, our final program for the year. Not because the world is ending, which we'll touch on a bit later in a feature, but because it's the end of our production year. So fear not, there's plenty more DHK news and WA Tonight to come. We begin our program tonight with a topic that's got football fans at odds and ends, and it all comes down to heritage. The Fremantle Football Club has voted unanimously to relocate their offices and training grounds to neighbouring suburb Cockburn. But this hasn't gone down too well with the natives, as we found out in our exclusive report. The city of Cockburn has been touted in previous months as the ideal locale for the new home of the Fremantle Dockers. The Dockers have traditionally not had much success on the field, besides a few final appearances in their 17-year history. However, this has not stopped their passionate supporter base from following the team, let alone protest their moving from the heart and home base, Fremantle, to Cockburn, approximately 10 kilometres southeast. City Mayor Brad Pettit strongly believes that the Fremantle Dockers should stay in the heart of his city and give in to supporter wishes.
Look, we certainly hope they don't move. There's been no final decision made yet, but I'm realistic enough to know that the Cockburn option is currently the preferred one. But we haven't closed the door on them. We'll certainly try and find a way of keeping the Fremantle Dockers in Fremantle because we think that's where their spiritual home is and that's where their fans want them to stay.
The city mayor believes a lot of spiritual value will be lost if the Dockers move. Something that's special about the football club.
Well, I think for me, as a Dockers fan, I love the fact that we've got a football team in the heart of Fremantle where there's a dock, hence the Dockers, and moving out to a site beside the freeway doesn't really, I think, fit with either the Fremantle part or the Dockers part. So I think it's a real loss of culture and that identity for me that would be a really sad part, and I think we need to encourage them to keep being part of the Fremantle community, which they are.
And should the Dockers change their name, we ask?
Well, I think if they do move, there may be some unfortunate nicknames for them, so I think that's another good reason to stay in Fremantle.
Cockburn City has approved a heads of agreement with the football club this month. We'll be keeping track of that story as it happens. Are you prepared for the upcoming apocalypse? Some people, dubbed preppers by their family and friends, are actively seeking friends for the end of the world. And their methods of avoiding the apocalypse are wide and varied. Patryk Lazarz has more.
It's been widely proven otherwise, but there are still believers out there that their world is going to end come this Friday. It's not the first time though, and no less than 4 occasions in the last 10 years, the world has escaped from predicted doom. Whether it was the Y2K bug, the supposed 2011 rapture, and the second supposed 2011 rapture, or Nicki Minaj, we've managed to survive them all. Even the PM has got into the case with this hilarious spoof of the end of days.
Dear remaining fellow Australians, the end of the world is coming. It wasn't Y2K, it wasn't even the carbon price. It turns out that the Mayan calendar was true. While Australia's best and brightest at the CSIRO have not been able to confirm this, I'm confident in Triple J's prediction that the world is about to end. Whether the final blow comes from flesh-eating zombies, demonic hell beasts, or from the total triumph of K-pop. If you know one thing about me, it is this. I will always fight for you to the very end. And at least this means I won't have to do Q&A again. Good luck to you all.
Statistics have shown that over 3 million alone are prepared for the end of the world in the UK and over 10,000 in Australia. So, how to escape doomsday? Perhaps do what Australians preppers are doing, and that's heading to the comfort of Alaska, and the Alaska Watchmen, a private army set to fight the apocalypse. But that's probably too pricey for their average Joe. We might have to fight whatever December 21st brings together, even if it's just a hangover. Patryk Lazarz, WA Tonight.
Thanks for that, Patryk. And now to the man with his finger on the pulse of everything making news in Perth and Hong Kong. It's Ivan Leung at the Evening News Desk.
Thanks very much indeed, Kristian. Making news on DHK Tonight, a demonstration was held in the government headquarters with the new territories villagers demanding the government to legalise their legal housing structures. Police and health officials have raided the alleged tainted cooking oil factory in front of our news cameras. It's believed the oil was made with waste oil and food remains the restaurants throw away every day. In Perth, I've exclusively interviewed former television journalist Rhys Whitby, who is now campaigning for WA Labor for the seat of Morley. And the opposition has unveiled the ambitious rail plan for Perth in an effort to reduce traffic congestions if they win the next state election. If you missed the evening news, you can click on the link below and watch it again. I'm also about to make a cameo on WA Tonight. Here's Kristian with more details.
Yes, Ivan, I have a great story for you. Here at Delight Media Hong Kong, we maintain the utmost in professionalism. But like all journalists, we're only human. For our final story of the year, we bring you the best that DHK News and WA Tonight has to offer. So sit tight, go grab yourself a coffee, because you're about to view the cream of West Australian and Hong Kong journalism.
Drum roll, please!
The search for the air crash victims in Chile continues as the bodies of 21 passengers are recovered. They're not recovered.
Anna, explain. How many vlogs?
Is that the mic?
Wait.
I need to brush my hair.
Wait.
This is bad. I should bring a comb with me. I think I have one in the car, but it's like useless. We need a makeup tape. Yeah, we should get a makeup tape, like art students or something.
Current affairs program editors and it's present.
Claiming that no sheep were mistreated and all procedures were based on Islamic practices.
The underground station from Joondalup and Mandurah line remain in service over the weekend. And
thanks, Patryk. WA Health Minister Kim Hames and Federal Health Minister Tanya Plibersek. Sorry, the auto cue was on slow.
Hey guys.
Hey, how are you today?
I'm just going to check myself out in the camera.
Get out of here.
It's nice.
Oh my god.
As the big man from Windy Hill held on to pick up the AFL's biggest accolade.
Large-scale events with minimal fuss. That's all we have for time.
No! Having an aggregate advantage of 3 goals going into the match, this was reduced to just 1 goal when Toby Albaduida headed a free kick through the net with 3 minutes to go.
Media love nothing more than talking about themselves.
I don't know what's driving Julia Gillard. I don't know what she's been eating or what's doing this to her. She lands in Western Australia, attacks me, attacks Christian Porter, wants to take all our mining revenue, doesn't want to give us any GST, criticises everyone, then she's going to jump on the plane and go back. We'll see you later, Julia.
Well, we've got...
DHK News, the teleprompter is simply Ivan Leung's mobile phone, which is convenient, to a point.
To Hong Kong stories now, and the yearly book fair exhibition.
Hey Joe.
Hello and welcome to WA Tonight. We begin our program tonight with a really big story, one that may shape the face of West Australian journalism, especially when you consider... And that's Ivan. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for tonight. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page to comment on any of our stories, or let us know what you think of the program. On behalf of myself and the rest of the DHK News team, for the final time this year, good night, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, Western Australia.